Hi folks, time for one last game in the Tyrell Night's Watch match. So it's 5-4, unfortunately only 5-4 in favor of Tyrell, which means we can no longer lose this one. But yeah, to get a win we need Francisco to win the last one, but unfortunately the opponent is a very prominent player, Lukas Abels-Vehns, and this is by no means guaranteed, it could go either way. And the players are about to start their game, so here we are. Let's see what they have prepared for us. Oof, Valyrian still, well, that makes complete sense to just yeah, we are recording. Makes complete sense to bring the strongest possible deck that Night's Watch has. Well, a choice between a couple, I guess, but this one has a ridiculous win rate on Jousting Pavilion, something like 76% or something like that, and Tyrell Fate Militant is not a thing, so okay. Hopefully Francisco has made something of this deck that has a chance. Two cards on the board, one in shadows. Against. This deck tends to set up pretty well. Lots of positive attachments that can go on the little builders and such. Crester already here, annoying guy. Gets a Dragonglass Dagger and Swan to the Watch, which gives him what exactly? Nothing, right? The Steward trait, I guess. And on the other side we have High Tower, which is nice, and High Garden Sept, one of the new cards. Maybe get some draw. This could be Sparrows, right? And steal some power. But, we see, so that's good for long tide games. But the wall is so relentless once it finds its way into play. Hopefully Lukas struggles to get it, that would be good for us here. Okay. No obvious interaction with anything. Have Bounty, so looks like big board is coming. Now Fate Militant is not going to be a rush deck ever, because the agenda stops the renowned guys from getting any power on them, unless they get the attachments. And that's problematic, but it is an effect like Clash of Kings that can steal power of the faction card every round if you win a challenge. Now, if it's usually Valyrian still has a mix of traits, but pure builders really make it so difficult to win any challenge against them on attack. And okay, so Wall is the first thing to get out. If he doesn't have it, then I think the plan is like usual, get the Seasoned Woodsman, stuff like that, throw attachments on him or just into play, and draw with the agenda as much as you can until you find stuff. Meister Malin another card that's going to make it difficult for us, and we have the catapult. Well, kills anything except Renly. It's pretty annoying. Works better as a surprise. Now Francisco has this opening Light Summer Fist, and Lukas hasn't marshaled the most annoying card, so I wonder if passing is the thing to do and not let him draw anymore. He has to go left, which I'm sure in this kind of deck is safe for putting attachments into play, right? It's not going to be for anything else. Renly stopped from doing military, because military is one challenge that kind of does damage on this board. Now military icon, there could be practice blade. Don't necessarily want to kill anyone off. Okay, but Francisco's doing a challenge anyway. He doesn't have renown. He has insight. Okay, not even that. And what does this do? Okay, so something can come in. Something surely will come in. But only Tyrell cards. Okay, Crester tries with a big attack. I think this is unlikely to be defended. You could leave it, because getting faction power on the faction card is not too bad. Just a trick claim that could suck here if it's something good. Okay, cannot trigger card abilities, so I guess you could have played that if the wall is in play and then wall cannot trigger. That's something. And Lukas just probably looking for an extra card here from the agenda. Francisco's going to defend it. Try to keep ahead. Yeah, bad news for the Sparrow strategy is that these two players are not slow. They'll play reasonably quickly. High tower. We've seen that before in this pairing. Play waste on high tower and it hurts, because it's econ and it's draw. But red wine straights, having that in play is alright. And he has at the gates, he'll get Great Hall or something, which is not the worst thing. Just running out of cards that is problematic. Now Highgarden Sept does have a draw ability. So if you had the 7 card in play, you did the agenda trigger, you could draw from that. You could trigger Sparrows in a phase, draw from that. You could have Starry Sept, put power on your own characters, draw from that. It's not amazing. It's not going to draw every round in several phases, I don't think. Okay, and this is not a surprise, of course, the 7 location. The other ability doesn't really do much. It seems so unlikely that Lukas would have ambush or shadows. Can we get high tower back? That would be nice. No, but we can get bounty back. Yeah, Valyrian still. It's a good agenda. I tried it in Tyrell as well. And yeah, it's not the worst. So there's the chance to trigger Highgarden Sept to draw a card. You'd ideally want this guy alive though. Trigger more than once. Some factions work better than others, of course, those that have universally good attachments that go on everything. Just put them into play, draw, and have 75 cards, but you dig through the deck so much faster and it works out alright. For Tyrell, I think it's slightly negative compared to just playing a plain fealty or something. For Knights, it's a positive, and certainly for Baratheon, and I think it should be for Targaryen as well, right? Even Stark, surprisingly annoying attachments. So that Leighton hasn't done anything last round, right? See if it does it this time. There are the 7 cards, but it's already taken power from Sparrows. Try to do it on defense. But yeah, ideally Lukas wouldn't be getting any power. And without the wall, don't think he even can. He can get Vengeance trigger at some point. So Malin stops Renly in one challenge, and still have that catapult. Probably that's the reason why we're attacking with 2 characters here. Let's see if catapult triggers. The problem is that it's on a power icon, the only one, except for Benjen, who is the only military icon. But actually, so the faction card is now knelt and ambush attachments exist, but I think Practice Blade is ambush too, right? And the sword, it might be ambush 1, the Water Dancer sword, but doesn't seem to be a solution here. So Benjen defends this one. Renly can do military, so has to be someone else. Intrigue, sorry, not military. And they are stronger, Craster and Aemon, if they want to be. Takes the opportunity to kill Leighton. Means the builder is staying knelt. If indeed nothing happens next round, we could be seeing some kind of reset. And this guy is immune to all omens, even your own, so you could play Morghulis and bring everything back, but honestly, I don't know if you would want to. You want your board to defend the wall without ever really giving the opponent the chance to nail it. But do you want to bring these characters back together with Renly and Norton and such, given that you also have a bigger hand size? Okay, so now what? I was thinking, does the Sparrows attack because Renly can defend Aemon's intrigue, but wants the insight from him, I guess. And gives him intimidate. Will nail Aemon now. Hurts that he doesn't have renown though. It's drawn High Tower. 5-0. Nothing for the agenda to do. Few big guys exposed though, could be going into the death pile if Lukas pulls the trigger. Maybe it's time for a return to the fields. Guessing here though, don't know Francisco's deck exactly. Oh, it's not Margulis, it's the Harris. And it's against an econ plot that is there to put the high tower back. Now what does he keep? He can keep everyone except Renly, but he goes the other way. Keeps Renly and one more guy. That's interesting. Preferring a smaller board but more impactful characters. Of course, if there's a dupe in hand, it's a good idea, because I'm guessing both Valars are in the Night's Watch deck. Usually there are both. Plenty of gold. Well, if only there was a different agenda. They could be getting some renown, right? Come on, let's have, there is the neutral attachment that gives them the 7th rate, and there is Blessed by the Maiden, which also gives the 7th rate and stops negative attachment, so you can't craven them. Okay, this is the one, right? Yeah. Yeah, Lukas needs to trigger stuff during Francisco's marshalling, because he needs to put Miner's Peak in before he collects income. That's the idea. Then they have reactions to that. He has the Valyrian Steel trigger and Francisco has High Tower trigger, so bit of a mess, but okay. Problem is now, that's not much of a board to get out of lone. Still some gold for potential ambush. Lukas could go crazy now. Crazy wide with all kinds of characters. Defensive debris. Okay, he does bestow it. Can discard it, choose one card. Choice of 1, 2, even 0 or 4. High Tower Spy is 3, right? Guess 1 is the one you call. Just if it's growing strong or something like that. Works on him as well though. And here comes Lord Commander. Anytime you do a fake challenge now, it's gonna cost you. And more defense. Still no wall though. So we could pass and we'd be fine. And here we go. What happens with the catapult? Goes back to hand, right? That's still there somewhere. Stops Malin this time. Maybe wants to do 2 challenges with Randall Tarley, who at the moment is unprotected. And puts the little guy in as well. Problem is they can't trigger the agenda. There's no power to steal. Cost 1 is stopped. Maybe that's a good hit. Guess we won't really know. Now do you give it power? You do, so you're expecting to reset and take him out at some point. Oh, but that triggers the draw anyway. So you may as well have given him the draw. Unless there was another trigger for the sap this round. There was anyway, right? Because he is the 7 as well, so he was gonna get renown. Aemon saves. Now can you push anything else through? Can Randall stand? Maybe he tries to stand on defense. I don't know. Okay. Just going all in with everything. Renly, again, is not the 7. So just trying to win. Intrigue. High Tower Spy. Does it trigger on Renly to push it through, or does it trigger on Randall Tarly? Triggers on Renly. It's going to draw him Varys for Renly's insight. That's card number 7, right? Now you can't ambush cards like High Tower Spy anymore. More likely for Tyrell to have ambush than Night's Watch, I think. Does it say cards? No, characters, so still doesn't stop attachments, unfortunately. And this is a challenge that okay, does not defend. It's going to say that Lord Commander can potentially get a power from. Yeah, not having any power on the faction card is hurting Francisco here, so not too disappointed, I guess, to be losing maybe a challenge. Although Crester, who is immune, getting power on himself with the Lord Commander now, this is becoming a bit quicker. It's going to be a huge swing, unfortunately. What's this? Oh, it's defensive debris, sorry. Thought for a second might have been something worse. Yeah, so it's 8-0 or something, right? Now it's going to be 8-5. And again, stuff on the faction card is a 4-3, and this is safe power, while stuff on Francisco's side is not. And he's going to be losing 2 cards to reserve now as well. Lukas loses 1 as well. If Morghulis is played, it's trouble, because these big guys can push challenges through. Randall has the 7th trait. You could do a challenge and trigger the agenda, take additional power, get close to victory. Still no wall. Well, that's some good cards thrown away. That could have gone on Renly. He's probably drawn it mid phase with stuff like Highgarden Sept earlier, otherwise could have been on Renly. And Starry Sept is great, triggers Highgarden Sept and yeah, speeds you up if you win a power challenge. Now he's going to have to sack everything. But then what if Craster triggers? That sucks. Okay, he goes away though. Guess it's not. He's not triggering Benjen, and that means Lukas takes the lead now. Eight gold from all of that. From 2 gold plot, he has 8 gold, which is super annoying. It's going to repopulate pretty nicely. Francisco only has 7. Any chance that he has something good? Okay, I was just going to say he might have nothing and be forced into marshalling Varys. 47 cards left. Milk on Varys. And that's pretty bad, right? No milk on Varys. So what's the plan now? Actually trigger him and get rid of the power that is on Craster and all the attachments. Has no power icon, so he's going to suffer a bit more this round, unfortunately. What does Lukas do? Catapult, which means that Varys cannot attack now, right? Otherwise he could have attacked with stealth and tried to trigger the agenda since he has the 7th trait. If Craster isn't duped, that's all going back to hand before reserve. He's been digging as much as he could, so... But in the meantime he's going to build all the challenges with that attachment. Not quite close enough though. Just don't attack now. Don't forget about the catapult. Yeah. Could be nightmares, but usually deck space is tight. Yeah, nothing to be done. Okay, any blanking, or are we going into next round with no boards? We are. And now both players will be throwing cards away. But it's 8-6. So it's not quite game over. Remember, just need a character and then you put all the attachments on it and draw and dig for more cards. You have all the econ you could ever wish for, so Blast is gone. That was giving the trait again, second of those cards. And Crown of Golden Roses. But okay, he had 9 cards, so he has to have 7 that are decent. Now what you do is Lukas, keep that catapult, I'm sure. Some of the attachments, but you can't keep 5 attachments, you have to keep some characters, because otherwise you could be really unlucky and draw nothing. Dagger is gone, Sworn to the Watch, Miner's Pick, Defensive Debris, Vanguard Leader, Reckless, and King's Road. So one card we know that is in hand is Catapult. And then for those of you who are paying attention, you might know of an additional one. If you remember every attachment that was in play. Personally, I don't, so. And Francisco goes first, which is an interesting decision. Maybe he thinks Lukas is not going to have much in the way of characters and he could push military. Has the gold. Renly's back, bit lonely. And he has 7 cards in hand, which means can't ambush anything at the moment. Yeah. Look at all the gold. Just if he has nothing, he's just going to play an attachment. Although having no characters means he couldn't do that Vanguard Leader stuff in Bloodface again and stuff like that. Catapult is on Halder, who also has some locations and attachments to work with. Not that many. Catapult needs to kneel, right? And this Castle Black is... How does this work? So you need Catapult and him, and then you can move Catapult and stand it, okay. Well, at the moment there's no character with that low strength, so Renly seems like he can do military at least and win it. Lord Renly's ride would be alright here, I think, to intimidate something, and then that gets rid of a card and you can ambush something. But if you want to trigger Highgarden Sept after you trigger the agenda, then you need to get rid of an additional card. All the ambush is not big enough to get around the catapult, I'm afraid. Actually with Wardens maybe. Is it printed? No, okay. Yeah, so if you want to ambush you can't trigger the Sept, but now 2 gold maybe there isn't there isn't any more ambush. So I guess is the intrigue icon going or what? Oh, okay, that's going for claim. And I guess Harder is getting intimidated, right? Any way to stand Renly, because defending the power challenge would be pretty nice. Creeps ahead, but unopposed power coming. Then dominance, so it's going to be 9-8 if nothing else happens in favor of Lukas, who is down to 3 cards. It's going to gain... Oh, okay, he's digging. Thought he'd gain gold to tie dominance. Looks like he wants cards to have a chance in the end game more than caring about the actual result right now. "20 minutes left. Let's draw on a few as the Highgarden Sept. Yeah, so he has Renown now, and the agenda trigger. So any power challenge with him means goes from 8 to 11. Not exactly closing territory. Even if you had the Starry Sept, it wouldn't be. And discards Poor Fellows, a cheap character that could be coming in, which is again a surprise for me to see. Gets killed by Catapult, but whatever. At least you force those triggers. You can always defend as well with that. And this time Francisco wins initiative and finally lets Lukas go first for once. And try to trigger the agenda on defense somehow. Sweet Sleep on Renly stops his Renown. Sucks. Now I think most of those attachments will be gone, right? One blast and one of these, and one is stuck on him. Probably playing 4, maybe 5 of them all together in the deck. And Benjen, so... okay. Yeah, I'm afraid we've reached a wall now that you cannot climb over. Can defend stuff pretty easily, so I think now Lukas maybe just going to pass. So let's see what Francisco has. Sparrows, presumably. Too bad it's not 3 minutes on the clock. You can have 2 sparrows and turn the game. Just doing it here. In marshalling already. Yeah, wants another card to see if he can do something. That's a decent swing. You can take 1 power, put it on your card, so gives him the lead back. Unfortunately, we'll have time even if it's not decided next round with the last plots. We'll have time for Benjen to get killed. Probably Renly as well, unfortunately. And Brothers Robes can blank Lord Commander. Maybe. Or catapult in a different round. So fake attacks definitely are not the thing to do because of the agenda. Faction card still standing. So needs to do a real one if he wants it. And if it's military, it's power. That means Sparrows can stand, can kneel, blank Lord Commander. And yeah, what if you just defend here now with Sparrows and Renly? Trigger your thing on defense. Is there any way? Oh, there's Halder. How much does he have? Give it +6. Could defend with everything, but it's not guaranteed because there could be something else coming in. That's the thing. Sure, Francisco is making that calculation. It's 2 cards in hand, and it's entirely possible that it's something bad. So he's going to defend with 3, force Halder to do something, and in the process is going to blank Lord Commander, I'm sure. Let's see, blank the catapult so that he can attack. They can do intrigue together, but they don't have the 7th, right? Well, yeah, they don't have the 7th, right? This is the only 2, so I wouldn't have put both characters into this challenge while the agenda could still have been used. Though maybe he's thought about it and saw that simply is not going to work this round and is just going to defend. Because if he does defend, then except for power claim, there's no additional swing in Lukas's favor. Renly can defend military. Baxter couldn't attack intrigue. Maybe force the catapult to happen. Why doesn't he defend though? Because Sweet Sleep ruins his plans, right? Halder, Castle Black and everything still stops Renly. Has he missed something or does he have a plan? Yeah, Haunted Forest just opposes, so not much gained except for the claim. And doesn't let him do that. Okay, Spareboot can take the catapult, but he himself is kneeling, so it's not exactly going to work. But Renly is not strong enough now to win the remaining challenge, unfortunately, against Benjen and Castle Black and Halder. Yeah, there wasn't a lot to gain here. I think the only shot he had was trying to defend, so putting everything into that power challenge. But as you can see, yeah, there was always this ambush, so that wouldn't have worked either. Tried his best, Francisco. Sparrow's trigger. It's going to be 11-8 down. Game still alive, but well, what are the last plots? Had the wildfire, so there could be nothing in the way of reset. Lay waste on the card that has power, which means now there's even a bigger gap. Margulis against duel. It's going to trigger Benjen. There's one card, so everything dies. And it's 11-4. So nothing for these, nothing that can take these attachments at the moment. So could we possibly get a situation where Lukas draws no characters and Francisco has a round against an empty board, gains some unopposed? Could we have that, please? Make it interesting. Well, he needs this and the stand. Plot's coming back though, so power on him is going. Come on, Marshall, nothing. He's digging this way. He has no characters of his own that could take noble lineage, it seems. Still the haunted forest opposes though, so it's not like you're gaining 2 unopposed. And no claim either, so the only real swing is the agenda. And okay. Bah. Well, we've come up against some strong decks this round from Night's Watch. Valyrian Steel, Reigns, Aloof, I think we played against. Some we lost, some we won. The Banner Wolf was annoying, but this one, yeah. Just didn't seem to have much. Let's see, can this be opposed with all the crap from hand? Has no attachments, right? So Randall Tarly is going to intimidate the Hob. Get an unopposed challenge after this and trigger the agenda. Right? Or not. You can manipulate the strength so that the Hob stays standing, maybe. Yeah. Or, well, one of them. Both of them? No, one of them. So I guess he's done and defends power instead. No, goes for military as well. Oh, he still has intimidate. Right, that's for the phase. Yeah, okay, so that hasn't really worked out for Lukas, but not exactly saving the game for us, is it? And if you just Morgulis now, it's 13-7 turns into 13-5 again. Yeah, I needed these guys to stay in play for a bit longer. I always seem to have this situation in Tyrell in this tournament that you get Randall and Renly, but never with the dupe to survive the game and keep the renown. Always you always lose the lead on the resets. I don't know how, because when I play against Stark, okay, they play their heirs to the throne and they have Bear Island Scout to dupe Daisy and such, but I don't think I've ever seen anything unduped in that faction ever. And yeah, even for Tyrell, even in my games, been struggling with finding dupes. Conclave kind of worked because of healing expertise at least. And look at the draw. 15 cards more for Valyrian still at the start, and still 15 cards more. Look at all the draw from Tyrell. Okay, there was some Harris and such, but let's say it's fairly accurate. So great draw. Not enough. Now what? Loan? Although duel is here, so imagine Randall and Renly. Duel is taking attachments, it's not taking power. Now surely they're gone, right? Even she doesn't have the trait. Look at all the dupes now. Yeah, it's too late. Lukas will collect 1,000 gold. Doesn't even bother bestowing. And Lord Renly's rides are gone now as well, surely. Yeah, all three. This guy and the catapults and the Lord Commanders and such. Slightly annoyed that they had to spend these good decks and some pretty good fortune on our match, but fair enough. They won games against Francisco, Radek and Robert, so if they can do that, they deserve the draw for sure. There's the ball. Just in case, right? Okay, Practice Blade I think is in hand to defend military. Brothers Robes can, I guess, blank the wall. And 2 Haunted Forests still. Bounty. For what? Anything good? Yeah, Crester stands like crazy. Just needs a noble lineage as well. Still going to try to win. And he hits an unfortunately pretty small guy. Actually, not sure if the decks have been shuffled, but actually close to getting to the cards that were in play for the Harris at one point. Yeah, that means the Haunted Forest are still standing and Noble Lineage is somewhere, right? Agenda hasn't been used, come into play. Ah, Fate's Decree. Is it going to call Noble Lineage? Or is it going to call Castle Black or what? Catapult. What can you do? This one, the 7 guy, this guy, that if he's in the power challenge, power claim is 12-9 and then the trigger is 11-10. Can have him gain renown, that's 11-11. Drawing 2, but we know one of those is Sir Colin. Olena's informant. I'm not seeing it, but he's got, well, nightmares or something on the wall. It's got reasonably close, so that lay waste on Highgarden and Sept now. Imagine if that was those 2 power were still there. That's then fairly close. This way Lukas can pass. And he wins. No, he doesn't win dominance. He needs to do a challenge as well. Or he can pass, and it's 11-11 and win some cards in deck, I guess. It's the only thing he can't afford to do is anything silly. like attacking into superior claim or something like that. That dominance event, imagine playing that now at this stage of the game. Better to intrigue to get it out of the hand. I don't think anyone plays that. After you lose dominance, move to power from winning opponent's faction card to the 7 character you control. Imagine playing that. Because that would win, right? And attacking with 2 to make sure he doesn't win dominance. Well, what's he doing? Because now he spent the gold and Francisco is going to win it, right? Oh, okay. He has renown. Sorry. With 11-11, he still wins on cards. But just don't give it chance to happen. Don't give a chance for anything weird to happen. Get Last of the Giants Lysa into Hob or something stupid like that. With one card in hand. Yeah, that was a pretty brilliant effort, although I think Lukas... yeah. The Night's Watch guys watching this, I think, might have been nervous with how close he let it get in the end, because I think he had the position to win, but it's 12-11 and unfortunately just missed out. Having, for instance, renown on Randall Tarley here would have been great, and then that Starry Sept that yeah, some of the cards he discarded for reserve, Starry Sept and Poor Fellows, I'm not entirely sure. So unfortunately it's 5-5, and having lost to the lucky Greyjoys in round 1, it sucks for us really, because now it's going to be so difficult to win the tournament without winning this one. But at 3-1 down we would have taken it. At 5-3 up, not so much, but it is what it is. So thank you for watching the Tyrell Night's Watch games with me, and some games from the other pairings, from the other matches are still to come today as well. I think just after this one, we'll see if I have nothing better to do. I might see how Reinhardt is doing. Needs to win for Targaryen to win 6-4. And then the 2 decisive games in Martell Lannister, which is currently 4-4, are still to come as well. So, thank you for joining me, and see you all next time.